So let's talk about morning routine. There's all these videos out there about complicated morning routines. Should you get into an ice bath followed by 30 minutes of meditation, followed by kale green smoothie shake, followed by 30 minutes on the toilet? Like there's all these ridiculous things. The truth is, one, is going to be different for everybody, but two, like the faster you can get to work, the better. Like that's it. I am productive and I get a lot of work done because when I wake up, I just get to work. If I get distracted, I get myself back on track very quickly. I've also, I think, done a good job of just deciphering what's important work and what's busy work. So there's a lot of things that people do in their careers and their everyday lives that is work that at the end of the day doesn't really matter. It doesn't really move the ball forward for what you're trying to achieve, whether that be close the sale or make your product more efficient. All you need to do for a good morning routine is wake up, get to work, just pick the work that matters the most and do that first. Because if you've got like 10 things on your to-do list and there's like one thing that if it doesn't get done, it's gonna seriously delay, if not cause some problems, then that thing should get done first. Because the sooner you have that out of the way, the more relaxed you're gonna be, so to speak, the less stress you're gonna be, and the sooner you're gonna be able to just focus. You might wanna work out in the morning, you know, in which case it's the same thing. It's like you don't need to meditate before you work out, like just get to the gym. What's the fastest way that you can get from waking up to working out? So what I've done for me is I've built a gym at my house. You know, and I love going to the gym and working out with other people, but it just takes too long to get there. It depends on what their schedule is like. I gotta get in the car and drive. It's just too many things were causing me to not go often enough. Too many excuses were being created. So what I started doing was just building a gym in my garage, and there's a lot less excuses, you know? So how can you eliminate more excuses? Because it's normal, right? Like we all create excuses. But how can you eliminate them? You know, like I no longer have the excuse of, well, I can't go to the gym because the class isn't at the right time, or it's raining, or, oh, I gotta get dressed and I gotta pack everything and then I don't have time to come back home, so I gotta either shower or change at the gym. It's just in my garage. Like, how hard is it to go out and do a 10-minute workout in your garage? And you might say, well, I don't have enough room in my garage. Well, do you have a basement? Do you have a spare room? Do you have just a small area that all it needs to do is fit your body, where you can dedicate that space to working out? You might not be able to build a robust gym with pull-up bars and rings and barbells, but at least you can build something where you get there and you start putting reps in, and sometimes it just takes basic stuff. You know, so it's the same thing with work, right? So how can you eliminate as many excuses as possible so that when you're having that self-talk and that self-doubt and you are having, maybe it's a stressful day and you've got all these other things, like life is already difficult enough. How can you make it as easy as possible, right? It's never gonna be easy, but how can you eliminate some of the more difficult things, some of the obstacles? If your goal is to get up and work out in the morning, going back to that because health is, you know, a really important thing for me. I set out my clothes in the morning so that all I have to do is grab them, put them on, and like really my goal is from the time I wake up to the time I put on my workout clothes, I want that to be as small of a time as possible. Because usually for me, with the way I've done my mornings, and again, I pretty much get to work, and for me that's working out and then working. But for me, any time between from when I wake up to when I put on my workout clothes is pretty much always wasted. You know, yeah, okay, I brush my teeth and like there's some small stuff, but like how much time does it really take to get ready, put your workout clothes and start working? Or if it's just getting to work and you just want to get to work in the morning, then put your work clothes on. Like seriously, the sooner you put your work clothes on, the sooner you're gonna feel like working. So you just kind of get dressed for the job and you eliminate excuses and you just start working in the morning. Like that's how simple a morning routine can be. Look, we all do have morning routines. I'm not knocking a morning routine. What I'm knocking is having 3 hours of doing all this stuff that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really get you any closer to your goals. Trying to copy like what other people do, because at the end of the day, we are all different. And the most common trait among successful people is just that they work harder for longer. That's pretty much it. They do find ways to make their work more efficient. You know, you can hire people to help with certain tasks. You can automate things. There's a lot of things you could do. Again, you can do the most important things and then not do the busy work. So there's a lot of things you can do to, you know, be more successful faster. Sure. Right? Like we could talk about how to make work more efficient, how to eliminate the tasks that don't matter, how to hire out and delegate. Those are all important things. But one of the things that won't get you there is adding things into your schedule that don't matter. Hey, for some people, you might love to meditate. I tried it for a long time. I cannot stand it. Meditation drives me crazy. So don't feel bad if that's you. If you're like, man, I just can't get this meditation thing down right, so I can't get to the next step. It's like, no, just eliminate the meditation and you're gonna feel a lot better about not having something in your routine that you don't like doing, that you probably don't do as often as you told yourself you would do, and it just holds you back from getting to work. So that's what I got. Wake up, do what you need to do to get to working towards your goals as fast as possible. Keep that time short as possible. Get dressed, you know, so put your workout clothes on, put your work clothes on, and just start working. That's it.